Today I wanted to introduce you to a fascinating handcrafted cedar Bluebird box. It's provided by Birds Walking Down. It's a fellow that makes handcrafted bird boxes out of a really nice cedar. Really a pretty box, and something you might be interested in, something different for yourself or as a gift. Really high quality handcrafted. And so let's take a look at it here. Here's the outside of it. It's a little bit larger than the typical Bluebird box. And you can see it's made out of really quality cedar like you would buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's really quite expensive. It's not like the cheap rough cedar that you see on some of the real cheap cedar bird boxes that are real small. Uses high quality fasteners and stainless steel fasteners. And one of the interesting things about it, if you look at the side view here, is he's got a unique roof design. Primary roof here, but he's got this sloping secondary roof, and that really keeps the heat off of the bird box. I've had problems with owl boxes in the past that they just sat out in the hot sun, the poor things, and make you feel bad. But this thing really does a lot towards relieving the heat stress inside the bird box. And you can see that the quality of the wood and the quality of the craftsmanship here. And we've got stainless steel connectors. And then the back of the box here, just as much detail on the inside as on the outside. It's a 2-inch entrance hole, which is perfect for bluebirds. And it's deeper, but the birds have no trouble getting out of there. And it makes it a little bit harder for the predators to get in there and reach at them. And it comes with a 3D printed floor here to help it drain and keep it cool on the birds and the eggs. And here's the information on Birds Walking Down. I'll put a link into the description. He 3D prints the plastic parts on here. Here's an extra floor grate. And the nice thing about it here is this is designed so that you can enjoy seeing pictures and videos of the birds that come and enjoy your house. And so he's got one door here for assisting in cleaning it out, and he's got a second door that's 3D printed that allows light in. And that's one of the problems when you're trying to broadcast or take video and pictures inside a nest box. It gets too dark. And you'd like to have nice, clear color pictures. And the only way to do that is to get some light in there. And this is a nice idea that he's got here. He's custom made all these 3D printed objects. And he's got it designed to work with a Blink outdoor camera. This is a previous model Blink with the camera in the middle. And he makes mounts that are, again, custom 3D printed for both the newer Blink cameras that have the offset camera, and then the older model that has a camera right in the middle. Now the Blink cameras, if you're not familiar with them, I mean, you could put any camera you want in there too. The camera doesn't come with the box, but you can get the option to get the mounting and everything that goes with it. It runs off of 2 AA lithium batteries, and it runs for a really long time. You just snap the Blink camera into the mounting that he's designed, and it's already pre-centered. It just slides into this shelf up here. And of course, you can, if you're not familiar with Blink cameras, if you don't already have them, you just simply download the Blink app on your phone, and then you can look through here and see what's going on and get alerted and make a recording of it. And one of the nice things about the Blink camera system, it runs with a base station that connects to your home Wi-Fi. And that's usually, in my experience, good out to about 100 feet or so. So it runs off your home Wi-Fi, so there's no data wires to run, no recurring costs. And the nice thing about a Blink camera is you can get a little mini USB, like this is a 256 gigabyte mini USB that plugs into the base station. So you can record all the pictures and videos that are collected onto this for your own posterity, and you can look at them on your computer or whatever. And also look at it on your phone and download videos to your phone's database. And so here is the Blink app on my phone that I've just opened up, and you can see the camera. And I'll set this over here like that. This is just the day after Christmas that I'm recording this, especially, for bluebirds. You want to get your nest boxes out in the late winter at the latest, just to give them a chance to be found. So I just sent in here this little simulated bird here. And there you can see live how the Blink camera works. I really like the Blink camera. This is the Blink outdoor camera, and so it can be left in here and it'll run for quite a while on those 2 batteries. But whether or not you want to put a camera in it or use the Blink camera, that's up to you. It's just something that he has developed with his 3D printer and has tested out, and it works. And you buy the basic nest box, and if you want the Blink camera or whatever camera you want, that's up to you. Yeah, I'll put a link to everything, and you can talk to him about what kind of mount that you want in there. But that just goes to show how easy it works. Very simple camera system to use, doesn't take a lot of a learning curve. And if we look closely inside, you can see all the hardware is stainless steel. It's really a lot of attention to detail. Cedar wood like this is extremely expensive nowadays, and of course he makes them by hand. He doesn't make a lot of them. I'll put a link to his webpage where you can fill out an order form and start the communication with him if you're interested in something like this. I think what's really nice about this is it's just something that's so unique and well made, handcrafted. I'll turn it around here so you can see all the different parts of it. If you have to get in here for whatever reason and check on the camera, you can open up this door and check on the camera without unduly, if something happens to the batteries or something like that during the several months that birds are nesting, you could just go in here and do some quick work on the camera and put it back without unduly disturbing the birds. And so the fellow with Bird Walking Down makes these by hand, and it puts a lot of effort into them. So, you know, he doesn't, it's not mass produced. It's made here in the US by a craftsman. So if you want to communicate with him, you can start the process of finding out of ordering a bird box and whether or not you want to use the camera or not. But I'm really impressed with the quality of it and the way it looks. Now, because it has this nice door system on the back, it pretty much has to be mounted on the bottom. And, you know, one way to mount that would be with a real heavy-duty stainless steel L bracket on a post like a 4x4. There's also other mounting brackets that you could buy if you wanted to try that. And there's also mounting brackets that you can buy here if you wanted to put it on a metal pole. Now, the other thing that I recommend when you do mount Bluebird boxes, or any bird box for that matter, is to put a squirrel / raccoon baffle on it. I personally like to mount them on 4x4 posts. And you don't have to dig a post hole and use cement to mount a 4x4 post. They sell these things on Amazon that I'll put a link to, or just a stake, about a 24 or 36-inch stake that you drive into the ground that has a 4x4 mount on it, and you just bolt the bottom of the 4x4 above ground and it works fine. And then you put your Bluebird nest up there somewhere around 5 or 6 feet, and then put a raccoon baffle on it. Because what happens is the raccoons will shimmy up the poles and get in there, and they'll try to reach in here and with their paws and scoop out the eggs or the baby birds. I had an unfortunate incident early in my Bluebird career. Well, it wasn't Bluebird, it was a Bluebird box, but tree swallows made a nest in there, and they were really cute. I had a camera and I was really enjoying them. There was 5 little babies in there, and it was what I thought was way up high on the deck, you know, out of reach, but the raccoon got up there one time and just reached in with his paws and grabbed every one of the little chicks out of there. So, you know, I learned my lesson. I keep these things on a standalone pole or post, and I always have a big squirrel or raccoon baffle on them, and I'll put a link to that. So it's a very attractive bird box. It's handmade. Really a lot of workmanship involved in it. Quality materials, quality hardware. It's got this interesting roof design on it to keep it cool in the nest box, which is really important for reducing the stress on the chick. And it's got a custom-made 3D printed semi-opaque door up here that'll let plenty of light in there so that you'll get good videos and pictures without being too dark in the nest box. And then it's got the split door down here for cleaning it out. And again, it uses real nice hardware, something that'll look nice and last for a long time. Now, I was really impressed with this nest box and the quality that went into it. And of course, it's not cheap. This is handcrafted. So, you know, I'll put the link in there. You can contact Birds Walking Down if you're interested in something like this. But if you want something a little unique, a little different, especially if you're thinking about giving a really serious gift, this is certainly an option. It's a limited quantity. It's not like he's going to mass produce these things. He makes them by hand. So this is something that's going to be rather unique out there in the market. And I really like the Blink outdoor camera. It's the first time I was introduced to using the Blink outdoor in a nest box, and it's kind of a clever way to do it. It's very simple to use. It runs off of 2 AA batteries, which last a long time. And I tested it out, and the quality of the data was pretty good. And he's made this clever 3D printed mounting bracket for the Blink cameras, both the Blink 3 and Blink 4, I believe. The latest version is Blink 4, which has the lens slightly offset. Slides in here to the top. Just make a few final adjustments to get it centered perfectly. And you can use a USB. This one's 256 gigabyte. Just plug this into the base station, and you have control over your own data. It saves all the alerts and clips that the Blink camera makes from the birds coming and going.